All right, that should be far enough from the study. I wouldn't go that way if I were you, traveler. The study down the road is crawling with horrors, and they're sure to spill out. I only just made it out of there with my life. Hermaeus Mora have mercy. The disquiet study. I am an archivist there. The books have always been a bit animate in the study, but they've started pouring their contents out into the world. I tried to warn the Nord woman I just passed, but she just laughed. I didn't catch her name, though she did look oddly familiar. She was heading right for the study, calm as could be. I tried to warn her, as I'm warning you now, but she just laughed. Acted like I was some sort of blubbering child. The nerve!
Cut it out, Vaughn, or I'm going to slap the pages out of you! Evening, friend. Or morning. Hard to tell in these Daedric realms. You've just stumbled upon the oddest family reunions this side of Fargrave. I'm Eastgild, and this annoying tome is my brother, Vorm. As you can see, we're in a bit of a conundrum. Somehow, my know-it-all twin found a way to become even more pretentious. At least, I'm pretty sure it's him. No, it's definitely him. I think he wants me to enter the study to find a way to fix him. Care to join? It'll be fun. Before you came along, Vorm spat this note at me. The family's favorites. V. Short and vague, but can't imagine it was easy writing this given his current situation. My best guess, we go into the library and check out some books. How terrestrial. Mother always said I was good at making friends. Wait, where are you going, Vorm? That's that. We'll meet you inside. It looks like a map? How about you? The map guides you to my adventure novels, Worm's dusty science books, your mom's favorite history, move along the right. I think we should split up and shout for what's happening. What a mess. You really let the place go, Worm. All right, friend. We'll meet you on the other side. How my brother gets anything done in here. I lost my fingers fighting satire back there. Oh, I recognize that spite anywhere. Now, how are we supposed to get to it? I might have just a thing. Here. Now, ever so gently, take the rhyme shard and... Not burnt to a cinder or frozen to death. That's a qualified success in my book. I might need to take a detour through Takubar to grab a handful more of those. For as long as I've known him, Vorm has kept his secrets and sentiments tucked away between the pages of a book. Wouldn't put it past him to put the juiciest tidbits of knowledge he's collected inside tomes with sentimental value. Oh, anything and everything. I once found proof of our cousin's affair inside a Dwemer telescope manual. Vorm fancies himself a scholar, but what he's best at is interplanar gossip. So, if there's a fix for his affliction, it'll be in a book. I can't tell you specifics, but I'll share what I can. Whose favorites would you like to know about?
it. Should have been more prepared.
This isn't what I meant when I said you needed to grow a spine, Lorm. Now, this looks like someplace Mother would love. Minus the beasties, of course. Though, I suppose we were her beastie. A book about Fargrave. Let's take a look around. I can't quite remember her favorite, but I'll know it if I see it. Sounds pretty dry, doesn't it? Mother loved old civilizations, but the aliens were a tad blasé, don't you think? Hey, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I remember now. Mother would read these stories to us kids. We swapped out the names for hours. Biographies sure were full of themselves, weren't they, Vorm? Is this it, Vorm? Just a little light reading? Wait, what happened to the pages? Have a look around. Vorm seems excited. If you find something boring, you're probably on the right track. Page? Let's keep looking. That's it. Get this book back together.
Over so soon.
Let's get this book back together. good as new. Well, all things considered. Anyway, grab that boring book and let's get going. Oh, looks like Vorm is ready to leave. Meet us outside with those books when you finish up in here, all right?
You dare try to steal knowledge from me? This knowledge shields me from your evil attacks. Now, my chapter ends.
Glad you made it out of there. Vorm's been so excited since we collected all 3 books. He's practically shedding pages. Hand me those books, and we'll see if Vorm's actually got a plan, or if he conned us into doing his bookkeeping. Not a clue, but Vorm seems excited enough. I think I'll just lay them down and let him work his magic, you know? And here, even if he stays a petulant little pamphlet, you still deserve a reward. Take it. All right, brother. I'm just going to lay these out. The rest is up to you. Quite the mess you got yourself into.
Books don't need to breathe, but it sure feels good to breathe again.
Hey, what happened to the books? I was going to read Blackscale again.
Blackscale? That garbage is printed en masse. Planar formulae was one of a kind.
Oh no, what a loss that is. It's good to have you back, brother.
And it's good to see you too, sister. Thank you. And thanks to our new friend as well.
Good eye.
You return. Forgive me if I'm not pleased to see you, traveler. I have a feeling you bring me more unfortunate news. Let me guess. Another dead cipher? And a volume of the numinous grimoire? Drela dead. I feared he might come to harm here. He was naive, yet full of ambition. A dangerous combination in Apocrypha. The path of the cipher is not for everyone. You found him with this book, you say? Ah, Yes, the second volume of the Numinous Grimoire. A very dangerous book. Any mortal who dares to read it is driven mad. It went missing from our collection recently, and now we know who took it. I'd better... Poor foolish Drela. Something dangerous is afoot, and the Numinous Grimoire is in the middle of it. I must investigate. Thank you for bringing back this volume, and for telling me about Cipher Drela. Please accept this reward. My inquiries finally bore fruit. I believe A is for Akasern, one of our own ciphers. He withdrew into his own studies years ago, but recently he's been in contact with all 3 dead ciphers. And I think I know why he wants the Numinous Grimoire. I learned that the Numinous Grimoire contains a powerful spell, the Numinous Rite. Cipher Akasern hopes to defy death forever by performing the rite. But he would become something terrible, and I need your help to stop him, Traveler. Find Akasern and prevent him from completing the Numinous Rite. Reason with him if you can, but deal with him as you must. Akasern's dwelling is a secret room in Choir's Wind. Look for his mark on the platforms within the scriptorium. Let's hope something there hints at his current whereabouts. Otherwise, I'm not sure where in Apocrypha he might be hiding. No cipher has authority over another. The only law in Cipher's Midden is that of Hermaeus Mora, and he takes no interest in our dealings with each other. Our society survives because we choose to follow the customs of this place. It is unprecedented. I believe I can convince my fellows to expel or punish a murderer for our own collective protection. But I do not think we have the time I need to build that consensus.
Welcome. I've just been preparing. Martina's research lives on. I believe with further development I can adapt her methods and modify the Fate Weaver key itself. But let's crawl before we walk. First, we confirm if scrying for frayed fates is even possible. It's time to put my failure behind me. So far, the fates have come to me. With Martina's research, we can scry for one, find it, and shut it down. What do you think of that? This is why you make a good collaborator. Your focus. I place in your hands the Fate Weaver key. Still flawed, unfortunately, but newly modified thanks to Martina's notes. Follow along with me, and we'll seek out a frayed fate. Observe this thaumaturgical quadrant. Gripping the key, activate each of the beacons. Wait, that must be Fathom's Drift. Superlative! The drift is in the far north of the region. I'll meet you there.
Proxy, I am glad to see you unharmed. I look forward to hearing about your encounter with Vermina.
Oh, let me! We defeated Vermina!
What happened after you entered the portal, Proxy? Scroot tells us the one who knows has reconnected with his realm. But beyond that, we are in the dark.
You have that look.
Of course. He needed you to lead him to Vermina. Guide him to where she was lurking because she was hidden inside the body of Master Shelreni. And what of the second glyphic? Is the secret memory secure? Unfortunate, but not unrecoverable. Now that Hermaeus Mora is restored, he can locate Torvasad and deal with him once and for all. Unless... Does Torvasad still have some way to elude the one who knows, even without Blightcrown's corruption? Torvasad's nature. He is unlike any Dremora I have ever encountered. He helped us to help himself, but I believe him when he said he meant no harm. He just does not realize the danger this memory poses. I suppose that means we need to find him. Then let us take a moment to remember all we accomplished. All you accomplished, Proxy. You defeated Blightcrown, expelled Vermina, and saved Apocrypha, thereby saving Nirn. Take this. The one who knows insists you accept this reward. While we contemplate the best method for tracking down Torvasad, there are 2 other tasks we must accomplish, Proxy. One concerns updating the records of Apocrypha. The other requires us to return to Necrom and rectify the original anomaly of fate. Scrooge can provide more information, as it is a vital part of her job. After repairing a thread of fate, she must record the final details in the Chronicle of Apocrypha. Having your name inscribed therein is a great honor. Necrom, one of the first threads of fate we investigated to uncover the identity of Apocrypha's enemies, and it is the only one we did not resolve. We must accompany Gadain back there so he can return the Fulcrum Obscura. But first, talk to Scroot. Scroot can tell you all about the process for inscribing her records in the Chronicle of Apocrypha. You should talk with her. Meanwhile, I shall discuss arrangements for returning to Necrom with Curate Gadain. As have you and I, Proxy. That is only natural when allies face unimaginable danger at each other's side. Beyond that, I would prefer if we did not mention this again.
My role has always been to observe and repair the lines of fate, never to unduly influence them, no matter how sorely I'm tempted. So while I was waiting, it was just a nervous habit that I haphazardly started checking the nearby lines of fate. The Chronicle can wait. This is more important. Why else would I have even mentioned anything mortal? It's like no one ever listens to a word I say. Anyway, I noticed an anomalous thread not far from here, at the prismatic Irish shore. A fate anomaly. The sacred task appointed to me. My job is to spot and correct them. It's really important, but you don't care. I think it's the stolen glyphic. Removing it from the mythos triggered the irregularity. Luckily, I happened to spot it. Not us, mortal. Just you. And Melon, I suppose. Only Fate's Chosen can resolve this, and that's still you. The prismatic Irish shores north of here. Meet us in Ciphers Hall after you deal with Torvasad. Then we can update the Chronicle. Apocrypha is quite resilient, and since the burning sensation in my tentacles and the pain behind my orbs have mostly faded, I'd say yes. Besides, I can hear the melodious hum of the Great Eye resonating all around me, so that's a good sign. The usual. Various denizens of Apocrypha, the stray hidden kindred or dream carver loitering about. But you might need Melm's ghost sight to follow the trail of the glyphic. I barely noticed it, so it must still be in Torvasad's possession.
Can I get you anything, Laramil?
No, thank you, Gadain.
Nirn is lucky we have someone like you looking out for bad things happening in realms outside of this one. Can't say for sure if we deserve it, but we're lucky all the same. Good to get stocked up.
You've returned. I was worried the lurkers got you.
No matter what we encounter, remember you literally have a Telvanni Magister in your pocket. I sense something amiss. Use my ghost sight to look around. This bridge wasn't here a moment ago. I suggest we cross it. Look! Again.
It doesn't matter what you foresee.
Reality, you must all forget.
And there it is. Another piece of my memory restored. We should speak, mortal. The Prince of Fate thinks himself so perfect. But for all his power, he couldn't eliminate the memory he so desperately sought to hide. Not from my dreams, not from his own mind. And now I remember most of it. Only one secret remains to uncover. Why would you? You are merely mortal. But I have wandered the plains of oblivion for eons, an outcast with no clan. I believed I was formed that way, a forgotten scrap of creation, until the dream began to haunt me, a fragment of an ancient memory. No, the dream that will end it, that will finally restore all that was lost. Hermaeus Mora caused all this with his greed and selfishness. He made us all forget. He made me forget. There was another Daedric Prince. My prince. A prince that saved me and preserved just enough of my memory so that I could one day save them in return. A prince whose jealous, craven siblings cast them down and wiped them from the annals of history. No Prince of Oblivion can truly be destroyed. The final glyphic contains that secret, how to find them and restore them to their rightful place. And then, Mora will answer for his crimes. See for yourself. I leave the glyphic for you to examine.
It doesn't matter what you foresee. You can't do this to another prince. Or to the rest of us, for that matter.
You have seen the damage Prince Ithelia has already done to the fabric of fate. If left unchecked, reality will unravel.
All of us must agree, Mora. And I definitely do not. Memories are sacrosanct. As are the domains of the princes.
You can't punish someone for something they might possibly do.
I must. The risk is too great. I am truly sorry. But there is no alternative. For the sake of reality, you must all forget. What was forgotten has been remembered. We must speak. Too late. Too late! The door sealed long ago is opened. Just a crack. But the damage is done. That which was forgotten is now remembered. The memories released from the two glyphics are accurate and true. Ithelia, the Prince of Paths, the mistress of the untraveled road, the unseen. Her ability to alter fate, to shape destiny to her liking, was a threat to all reality. It still is. What mortal could? The Fate Changer is an arbiter of chaos, who can unravel the strands of fate and rearrange them to suit her every whim. Her very existence endangers everything. preserve reality than to do what I did. I gathered my fellow princes and revealed the danger I foresaw. Most agreed to aid me, some refused. In the end, it did not matter. I erased Ithelia from history. But I could not erase my own memories. Those I sealed in the 3 primordial glyphics. Torvasar. Something I did not foresee. An agent of Ithelia, hidden for all these eons. Her contingency plan. Her revenge. At least the final glyphic is secure. Until it is found and opened, reality remains safe. For now, return to Ciphers Midden.
Forgotten Prince, do you think Torvasard... Nope, never mind. I'm not curious. Curiosity just gets people killed.
Another mortal seeking my wisdom? What have I done to earn this tiresome privilege? Come now, get to the point. You have already distracted me from my work. I might as well know why. Ah, the self-proclaimed Akasern the Deathless. Many mortals hold inflated opinions of themselves, but he appears to be a special case. I have met few of your kind more disagreeable. What is your business with him? Yes, the numinous rite. He asked about it. Very well. I did not ask to become embroiled in a mortal's quest for power. If you want to stop Akasern, there may still be time. And I need nothing more than to know I contributed to his failure. I sent Akasern to a ritual site within the apogee of the Tormenting Eye. Here, I will mark the location for you. The ritual requires time to take hold, time during which he must lie dead in truth. Destroy his body, and his rite will fail. I've given you what you came for. The sooner you depart, the sooner you can deal with Akasern as you see fit, and allow me to get back to my own concerns. I have no more patience for mortal troubles. In my studies of mortal heresies, I occasionally find it useful to help mortals advance their ambitions. It gives me perspective. Why do mortals thirst so much for that which is forbidden to them? It is intriguing. They pose no danger to me. But I am finished with Akasern now. I have learned what I needed to from his dark ambitions. If he has wronged you or others, do as you will with him. I catalogue mortal delusions, misapprehensions, follies, and fallacies, especially as they pertain to the nature of realms and beings beyond their own small world. A fruitful and ever-growing field of study. Knowing is its own reward, mortal. Besides, I serve Hermaeus Mora, the Prince of Forbidden Knowledge. What is a heresy, if not a forbidden thought?
You could craft something nice with that. teach them not to cross us.
My soul will soon be free of this failing flesh. Leave me be, stranger. This is no concern of yours. Go! You must stop this at once. I'm so close to ascending from this old flesh. So close to my goal. You must stop this madness now! No. No! I'm not finished! I'm not!
Building up a staff. Good thinking. You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
It is my will.
Away, you pestering phantom. You're here. It's so pleasant to work with someone so prompt and cunning. Blast these frayed fates. Let's get in there and turn theory into practice, eh? Smooth these things back into the universe. Well, first, we enter the drift and find the darn thing. The Fate Weaver key in your able hands will lead us where we need to go. Now, properly attuned, it should allow you to tug on the threads that bind my fate to me. We use the Fate Weaver key itself to bind this frayed fate back into the fabric of the universe. I'm not... Well, to be totally honest, I'm not exactly sure what that will look like. But we're armed with the dead friend's knowledge. We'll see it done. Into the drift! Huzzah! The Fate Weaver key will be our guide. It should make visible the Who's better than us? Nobody. thread to the next, and the next. Ha! Martina's work. My research. It's working! Smashing! Onward and upward, as always! Ha! Give it a rest. That thread was woven past that door. Up the ramp. I think I see something. Look there. This distortion is a frayed fate. Let's pull this situation into focus.
Swap the deck, Azander. Stop lollygagging, Azander. I'm tired of all this.
What? A sailor? How odd. I haven't wanted to be a sailor since I was a child.
Bilge rats and stale bread. I'll never make it to first mate.
Ah, such potential. Stronger now.
Twitching tentacles, what is that?
I grow stronger.
Quickly, use the key. These rune forms should banish that thing.
We will not be undone.
It worked! Oh, I wasn't sure it would. What we just witnessed, distressing, horrid, disconcerting. Apologies, cohort. I'm free associating to deal with my emotions. Of course, yeah, just processing. Tem, it seems, was telling the truth. Afraid Fate has grown in strength somehow. Become adversarial. Allow me to take back the Fate Weaver key. I'll need to consider this new information. The introduction of this adversary into the experiment was unforeseen. Let's reconvene in my room at Ciphers Midden. There you are! Come, let's talk. I'm ecstatic. Ebullient. Incredible. Somehow, my experiment seems to have created a new, previously unseen mystic phenomenon. One frayed fate consumed the other by means and for reasons unknown. I'd be even happier if it didn't want me dead. Ha! Yes! I mean, would I prefer this adversary enjoy a strenuous argument over a pot of tea? Without a doubt. But you have to understand, I believe the Fate Weaver experiment was an abject failure. Indubitably. And mark me well, this discovery would not have been possible without your insights and abettance. We make a superlative research duo, you and I. I haven't had a competent cohort in some time. I must. My fate is still frayed, after all. It must be restored, and this dark being dealt with. But now, a question for you. Would you be willing, if you have the time and inclination, to continue our collaboration? Together, my new cohort, we began the work of understanding the nature of fate. We put an old friend to rest. And someday soon, we'll repair the key. But for now, accept my promised coin with enthusiastic thanks. Onward and upward! Together,
Always
cohort,
finding room
we
for
will
improvement.
accomplish stupendous things, remarkable things, for research!
You return. Did you find Cipher Akasern and put a stop to this madness with the numinous rite? I can almost understand Akasern's desperation. No matter how much we learn, mortality means that one day it will be lost. Yet trying to cheat that fate by stealing from others is foolish. Thank you, Traveler. As promised, a reward for your help. On behalf of the Ciphers of Mora, my thanks. You have done us a great service by dealing with Akasern, Traveler.
Where's that wagon? I'm starving.
They say mortals don't age here. How can that be?
Haven't seen the stacks these strangers work.
May I have a word? Magister Goreth referred to you as the mouth of the mouthless. I suppose that fits. Look, I've never been very good at this, but I wanted to thank you. In life, I was a secluded old wizard who cared nothing for anything but magic and my own studies. Nonsense. My enormous intellect certainly came in handy, but your fate's chosen. You would have found a way, with or without me. But I'm glad you rescued me from Shalreni, that you took me on this adventure. If I never escaped this soul gem, maybe. I'm in no rush. Adventuring is a new experience for me. I'm content to follow along for now. I'm going to rest for a while. Remember, as long as you have my gem, if you ever need me, just call. Now, talk to Scroot about the Chronicle.
Hello, mortal. The Great Eye told me what happened. Even though things didn't go exactly the way we hoped, we're all still here. That means reality is stable. For now. I'm as surprised as you, but existence is resilient. At least, for another day. Laramil and I spoke with a few of the Ciphers, and we're all in agreement. We want to add your story to the Chronicle of Apocrypha. Only the most momentous events make it into that sacred volume. I also wanted to say, you expanded my outlook. I always saw fate as black and white, set in stone, unchangeable. But now I see that not every aberration is a disaster. Not every surprise a mistake. Thanks for that. Now, let's inscribe you in the Chronicle. Then Curate Gadain wants to see you. Let it be known that the name of Fate's Chosen shall be entered into the Chronicle of Apocrypha, to be remembered forever for actions accomplished in service to Fate.
That's not all.
They also helped return 3 very important tomes to their proper place in the sidereal cloisters.
That mortal helped me find a secret. Madam Wim took a century off Hezek's debt.
This strong mortal bravely fought the Dream Carvers alongside us.
Incredible, considering they also helped rid the Rectory Corporea of a rogue mind causing havoc.
And they helped me break barriers, know things, and escape. Escape who? Shh!
Amazing. You're a beacon for the lost souls of this realm.
Really? They helped me recover an important glyphic.
They even turned my failure of a brother back to normal after he transformed himself into a book.
Many great works from our apogee of the Tormenting Eye were rescued by this mortal.
Fate's chosen cleansed Choir's wine when madness was set loose in the stacks.
And Fate's chosen confounded the forces of Vermina and Periite, saving Nirn and Apocrypha. Let this record describe it in flowery, yet justified praise. All hail Fate's chosen!
The time has come for me to return to Necrom and complete my mission for the Abbey. When I present the Fulcrum Obscura to the Abbot, I'd like you to be at my side. Our side. Laramil wants to come too. Isn't that nice? That's good. That's very good. I appreciate it. Besides, I want to let the Abbot know what you did. You preserved Nirn, as well as Apocrypha, through your actions. By the way, did you find Torvasad? Laramil has been dying to know what happened. All right. Not imminent is better than imminent. If the Prince of Fate needs you, he can find you on Nirn as easily as here in Apocrypha. I'm sure there's more to it, but that's your business. I'll leave it to you and Laramil. I must consider the best parts of the necropolis to show to Laramil. She wants to see everything. We'll meet you in Necrom, friend. At the necropolis. Yes, she's being quite insistent on... Wait a moment, are you having a jest with me? Laramil is a special person, as I'm sure you already know. We're just friends, I think. I don't know what I'm saying. We'll meet you back in Necrom.
Now that the immediate danger has passed, I would like that tour of your catacombs now.
You would?
Necrom Abbey will soon reopen.
Truly? Well, that's good to hear.
I should travel at night. Whatever I get, I'll have to carry halfway to solitude.
Curate Gadain asked me to watch for you. He's waiting for you through the door to the east.
Well done, Curate. With the sacred relic returned, I feel it's safe to once again open the necropolis. Now, Why don't you say a few words about your adventures?
Say a few words? Me? The abbot insisted on the immediate return of the relic, friend. Sorry you missed that part of the ceremony. But now he wants me to give a speech? I'd rather go back to Apocrypha with you and face a horde of corrupted lurkers. Right, what's in my heart? Helpful to the end, that's you. Well, I might as well get this over with. Oh, while I pull my thoughts together, Laramil wants to talk to you.
Since we seem to have a moment, tell me what occurred at the prismatic Irish shore. I see. Are you at liberty to tell me what the glyphic contained? A forgotten Daedric Prince. Only the one who knows could keep such a fat secret for so long. Is there anything else I should know, Proxy? Then I am sure Hermaeus Mora shall call upon us again when the time is right. You are still Fate's chosen, and I am your guide. But reality seems to be holding together for now. I think we have time to rest, to reflect, and to listen to Gadain. If there was an imminent danger, Hermaeus Mora would summon us. For now, bask in your victories, Proxy. You faced down Daedric Princes and saved Apocrypha and Nirn. Take this, thanks from the one who knows, and a sign of friendship from me. Go on with your life, Proxy. When Hermaeus Mora needs us to resume the chase, I shall send word. Until then, I believe I shall remain here in Necrom for a time, restore the bindery, explore the necropolis, get to know Curate Gadain a little better. Grow up, Proxy. I am well over a century old, young for an Altmer, but not without my share of romantic experiences. I find the curate to be intriguing. I wish to take the time we have to get to know him better, to see where things may lead. Yes, but he no longer has the resources of Vermina and Periite at his command. He used them, and they shall not soon forget that. So even with his many abilities, he will need time to plan before he can attempt another assault on Apocrypha. I expect so, as does the one who knows, which is why you are still bound by his contract, and I am still on call to aid you. But that is tomorrow's concern. I shall send word when the threads of fate that bind us once again converge. Be well, Proxy. Say what is in your heart, Gadain.
Right. Thanks, Laramil. The abbot asked me to tell you about my adventures. How I recovered the sacred relic and saved the necropolis. But the truth is, I couldn't have done any of it without Fate's champion. Someone I'm proud to call my friend. Thanks to them, we saved the relic. We saved Nirn. We saved all of reality. All hail Fate's champion. All hail my friend.
Well said, Gadain.
Thanks, Laramil.
I don't know how you go back to your everyday life after something like this. I'd say I'm glad it's over, but I can't imagine these Daedric Princes are done with you yet.
Can anyone help me? I don't want to... We don't like to discriminate against the more bookish members of our guild. In fact, we tend to encourage them. But we need an adventurer, not a librarian. The guild has need of you. It will... You know how powerful mages can be. We command the elements, or make things from nothing. We can summon entities from across oblivion. Even shape reality, if you want to be grandiose about it. But what if we summon something terrible? Not yet. But if we don't stop it, one of Vermina's nightmare Daedra could manifest in our world. This portal leads to Warlock Vanton's tower, the focus of the threat. Do you know other warriors? Gather them. Talk to Scholar Arlance when you arrive at the tower. He's watching over Warlock Vanton with the rest of the mages. I only left him.
Better overstocked than under. It's nice to look at, sure, but let's not let it slow us down.